Hi, this is Matt Bradley-Tschirgi. We're taking a quick look here at Dune Spice Wars that just came out, an early access game on Steam, based on the books by Frank Herbert. Based on the original book, I presume, although I guess there's probably stuff from the prequel and sequel novels by Kevin J. Anderson and Brian Herbert. Frank Herbert was the one who wrote the first six ones. So yeah, let's check this out. It's been a long, long time since there's been a Dune game. In fact, the last one was merely called Dune. So let's see how this one is Dune. I don't have a whole lot of time to play this morning, but let's go. Just a second. Great. Yep. And if you have anything in the chat, feel free. I'm starting a new game. It does not have a campaign mode yet, as it's early access. It'll have some kind of a story, and you can pick one of the four factions. Atreides are the good guys. Hold on, looks like it's cropping something. I will fix this. Gonna get this here. Sorry about that. That's better. Okay. So yeah, you can do the Atreides, Harkonnen as the bad guys. So the look is kind of inspired by the new film, but it's not the likeness of the actors, right? Because the head of the Atreides has a beard and looks like this, and Harkonnen looks more like this than with the red hair, as described in the book, as in the David Lynch film. Smugglers, and I'm kind of surprised this is one of the categories for the faction you can play as, but there is a lot of gray in the politics of Dune, and the Fremen, of course, makes a lot of sense. So why not try Harkonnen? I always like playing as the bad guys, and I'm sure I'll get my ass kicked. I can pick up to two counselors. And some of these are characters from the books. Some are from the older books, I assume. I don't recognize some of these, but you have Peter de Vries, Fedor Utha, Beast Raban, and Sergei Raban, and Fedor Utha. We'll just do the classic. The two, I believe they're nephews of the Baron Harkonnen. Maybe they're even sons. It's been a while since I've read the book. We're just doing default settings, but you can make, small map. Actually, let's use small map to get things moving because we don't have a lot of time. With normal for all these other things, victory, you can do domination, meaning you kill everyone, or you can make it a political victory, and there's assassinations and all this. Let's try political. It's going to be difficult. Oh, I see. You cannot disable domination. You can. It's interesting. All right. So it doesn't really matter. Let's start. AI difficulty is medium. Hopefully with the music, this doesn't get flagged on Twitch. Let me think about that part. So there's no tutorial that's a little, this is early access, but we see there's all these different stats here. We see Chom is like the big corporation that does the spice trading. They take a cut and all this stuff. And you have to do an amount, otherwise they probably kill you or something. Unlocked at 2000 can get hegemony, I can't pronounce that word, right? And we can look at the map, zoom out, and what do we see? Fog of war, not that much. There's not much to do on here, but what do we have? This is the unit. Exploration. I guess it is doing some kind of a tutorial, but I presume they'll put voiceovers for this later. Or maybe not. Who knows? This is kind of a lower budget game, and I'm a bit surprised it launched at a $29.99 price point. Exploring Arrakis is vital to find the precious spice as well as other resources. Each region contains points of interest that your ornithopters can recon. That's part of the fun, is they say things, right, when you click on them. I'm a bit surprised there was not, for accessibility reasons, I was a bit surprised there's not a subtitles option in the menu. Maybe that'll change. And if we look here, we can see this getting started stuff. And so it's kind of giving you guided missions to do if you want. You don't have to. We're going to search for villages that have spice. I see. So this is like a quest thing and a MMO sort of, and kind of many objectives. Interesting. And I'm just using the mouse wheel here to zoom out a bit. These graphics are set to, and this is continuing the tutorial thing. So I have to capture a village that has a spice field nearby. Then I'll be at a refinery, and then the harvester. He who runs the spice runs the universe. Should be noted this is a real-time strategy game, but it also has all the more kind of complicated 4X stuff. Why this wasn't turn-based, I think, is a little bit frustrating. Some games can pull this off with the real-time when you're doing the stuff with the expansion and the economics and the politics. And to do it real-time is a lot more of a challenge, so we'll see how this goes. So what's in the question mark thing? So if you let your guy... Oh, hold on. So these are spice things. I got to find a village. And what did we get here? So if I stick around here, the ornithopter will kind of scope this out, and I can see if this is a village or if it's a place that sells sandwiches, whatever this location ends up to be. If you have any questions, just feel free to toss stuff in the chat. And if you like what you see, be sure to give me a follow. Okay, villages and regions. Villages defended by militias. If you defend them, this is like civilization, sort of. If you defeat them, your units will occupy the village. And you can take control with authority or pillaging. But I don't have... I don't think I have, like, military units or anything. And meanwhile, this guy's automatically checking this stuff out. So I did finish that first getting started mission. And what's the next one? That's nice. They pop up in the side. Though you're not kind of dumped in here with no context. So I would need troops to take over that village. So I need to go back to the main base and build things. Oh, and this is sort of neat. You have kind of choices of what to do with these things. I can investigate the remains, but I need an agent. I don't have that. But you can, if we zoom in closer, we can see it's the remains of a harvester that you can kind of salvage. That is interesting. Okay, so what do I need? I need military units, right? You can recruit stuff here. You can build another ornithopter. We can see you have Solari as one form of currency. Plascrete is a portmanteau, I think, of plastic and concrete, which buildings are often built on top of. Manpower. Fuel cell. Water is a big thing in the books. Authority is, leadership over the planet of Dune, the Landsraad standing. Factions, political power. I like it assumes people know what these different things mean, but it is a Dune game after all. So let's make some troops. Each military unit has training upkeep cost. They cost command points, right, which limits the size of your army. What's that game? Yeah, some of these games use the command point thing, which means you can't just pump out units ad infinitum and do like a tank rush or whatnot. So great. Trooper, be a berserker, gunner, or ranged attacks. Let's do one of each. Why not? And this stuff here is the command point. So this is 6 out of 18 of the command points. You probably increase that by building or taking over more villages, however that works in this game. You can pause and you can speed up stuff, right? So if we speed up the building time, that you can pause is nice. It's not purely so now it's talking about the unit. Great. So I just paused it there. I'm going to resume the game. And we can see our little guys are marching over. And we can see that's the Fremen. How does this attack go? And so it's not like a click-a-thon. So did I build enough units? Looks like it. Looks like we're getting shelled from the city too. That's a neat bit of detail. Kind of creepy sounding Harkonnen. So how do I control the village? I mean, so the tutorial tells you some stuff, other stuff it doesn't. Which I mean, these kind of games tend to have complicated rule sets. But that I bet that's something they'll smooth out as this goes through early access. Whoop! What does this mean? Take control of the village. I see. That's what I have to do basically. So great. And we can speed this up, right? This should have been turn-based. That is real time is just kind of flabbergasting. So now we've completed the second mission here. I've controlled a region with spice. Whoop-de-doo. So now I can build a harvester. Construct a refinery in the village we captured by this spice field. Okay. What's interesting is with this, can I do an agent? I cannot. That requires a different building. Okay, so we're going to build stuff in here. Militia buildings. This part of the UI, very, very clean. Adding a building slot is 100 plascrete, but we already have a slot available. So, I mean, this is pretty straightforward. We have economic buildings, military, and statecraft. So, like, this is like research, listening post. Ah, for like spying, cool. Factory, wind trap. Typically, wind trap is like, oh, it gets water. Okay. That did electricity in the older game, Dune 2, The Battle for Arrakis. Maintenance center, refinery. And we'll speed things up. In the meantime, let's get this, have this one explore a bit. Man, even at like the max speed 2x, it's really going pretty slow. Interesting, interesting. Set it down to normal. Harvesters attract worm sign. You can add more crew to the harvesters. It's interesting. I'm going to enable auto recall. Recall. Ah, stupid mouse. Okay, so what does that mean? That means if I get attacked by a sandworm, he knows how to back away and hide. Every 25 days, you pay the imperial tax. That's the tech decree. Wow, okay, so that's pretty detailed. Instill fear. Nice. Okay. And all these have different tech trees, I assume. No. Espionage you don't get until later. Ah, okay, so I need a crew member, don't I? Except I can't build a crew member, I don't think. So let's deploy. Because I didn't click on deploy, nothing happened. It's a bit kludgy. I can assign agents different postings. Okay. Oh, okay. Let them do Lance Rod. And these missions is what they call these different objectives. Cool, cool, cool. I can probably do about 5 more minutes of this. We can see here another a Fremen guy is coming, and then there's these like little spy units. So, although never mind, that's just my ornithopter. That's dumb. Here, oh, I supposed to select something to study. These are votes with the council. All these different charters. Yeah, some guitar in the music, and we can see it's nighttime. Pretty cool. And so this is a good stopping point. You get an idea of some of the early stages of Dune Spice Wars. It's available for sale on Steam on early access. I got this for $29.99 US dollars. The price may go up later. I have no idea, but if you like these kind of games and you like Dune, you might as well go for it. Smick, there's a lot of meat to chew on here. I'm Matt Bradley-Tschirgi. Hope you like the stream, and I'll catch you later. Bye.